Ivasic scores. It's 8-0 Illinois. Illinois defends without fouling so well. Into the lane, Koch swings it in for two. Tough shot. The opening bucket for Iowa.
Because of his defensive pressure.
He chases there, lost contact with Garris, who sinks a three.
What a shot from him.
Long possessions should be the theme of the day. Stojakovic, hard drive. He runs it up and scores. The under 16, so we just play on through. Sorry to the sponsors. He'll get over it. Mirkovic to the rim for two more. And there is a timeout from Ben McCollum. It's going to be tough sledding if it's two possessions for Illinois to one for Iowa.
You're totally right. And there's Walker. He hadn't got a shot.
Oh, doctor.
Boy, was that beautiful indeed. Can you believe that?
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. This into the backcourt. Boswell runs it down with Sturts, and he lays it in. It's a 12-point Illinois lead. Harris, who had already come back down to terra firma, off the spin. Stojakovic, two and a foul. He is rugged.
He is. I mean, watch him here. Spin. Chin into the shoulder, gets it up, bucket. This one's getting away right now.
Steal. It was a late reach, but it got the job done. And now transition for two for Isaiah Howard.
Energy to get these fans right into it.
Sturts grinding for two. Who's only lost 3 times to Alabama, UConn, and Nebraska because of size like that. Ivasic, closeouts everywhere too. Boswell scoops it up, just mazing through traffic, and Ben McCollum's going to
defensive end, limiting the Hawkeyes to one shot, and then when they get downhill, just a size factor. There's nothing you can do right there unless you beat him to the spot. Boswell with a perfect pass to Ivasic. And then on the last play, you can see Bennett is trying to box out the big. No one comes to help him stop the ball, Jason. And now you can see the run.
They've only seen less than a handful of double-figure deficits this year. Banks down low, and a nice find from Sturts.
Good job by Sturts.
Stojakovic, who's gotten to the rim at will. He's going to try and bully his way in again. Reverse pivot. Oh, man.
He liked that one. Did you see the smile?
With everything. That's taken away from Combs. Stojakovic leans into Sturts. Got it pinned and still put it up and in. That is ludicrous. Crowd trying to do anything to get this Hawkeye team livened up. Banks to the rim for two.
I know he's under the one.
His kid's a menace in the lane, Steve.
Yes, indeed. Look
How's
at
he
this
do
one.
that? How's he do it? You got any answers? I don't know. Well, you mentioned this during the break. Iowa has not been to the free throw line. Illinois 2 fouls. Yet again, they don't foul. Sturts to the wings. Sage rips it.
Good job by Bennett. Sturts kicking it out to Tate. Because the bigs of Illinois are not used to guarding guys that far out.
Boswell, tough shot. It rims in.
He's a guy that averages 6 points, but he gets downhill, shoots it at a high volume.
Plays a lot of minutes. That three is good for Combs. Right?
Yes. Good pass.
Down the lane line, Boswell to Stanimir Ivasic. Good to 10 or so at halftime. Sturts for Koch. Sturts. Yes.
I think
probing into Sturts. He runs it out for Wagler. He thought he had it. Oh, man. Boswell on the weak side. Wire to wire. 8-0 and then beyond. Wagler step through. That is lethal.
It is. Rove it in a nice little Euro step, and that's a touch shot that he knocked down.
There's that pocket pass again. It banks on the drive. That has been their best offensive.
I think he can drive it.
Mirkovic, easy.
Too easy.
Kickoff wasn't there. Now Sturts, Boswell tailing him the whole way. He got open for a moment and drilled it.
He shot it well, but they need him to get going. Let him force the action.
Boswell's been a part of that, certainly. Ivasic, the answer. Sturts Way short. Banks there to clean it up off the power dribble for 2 more. Tavion Banks trying to will before his NBA career. Here's Wagler. That's a 3 for Keaton Wagler, the freshman out of Shawnee, Kansas. Howard got it for 2. Isaiah Howard makes it 12.
A good play by Howard.
Fulgaris got it for 3. Howard made sure he took that.
A quick 3 from them.
Yeah, shot clock had a 2 in the first number. Ivicic, another answer. And the older Ivicic by 4 minutes makes it a 12-point lead. Howard, yes. Top 40 in the country from 3. Ivicic again. It's a second in a row for the masked man. Sets up Wagler instead. On the drive, dropping it off to Stojakovic. How'd he see him, Steve?
You said
now, Iowa's got to play without Bennett Sturtz, who plays 88% of their minutes for the season. Boswell drills a 3, and Tavion Banks didn't know the coverage. He was looking. Sturtz plays 35.5 minutes a game. Now Boswell chasing Combs. And the reverse is there for Sage. And we'll get a timeout call. Transition chance for Banks in Iowa. Sage to the rim. It trickles down against Davis.
transition point.
Got a steal. Fulgaris to the corner. Koch. Had to have it. It's a 10-point game. Timeout. Wagler sticks it for 3. He's 18 years old. Combs, is it Fulgaris? Maybe Banks. Combs probing, rip it to the corner. Koch again. That's a pretty good solution. Stojakovic is denied. Banks for Koch. He's got 8 quick. It's an 8-point game.
Transition.
Combs turns the corner, drops it off for Sage. He's walled up, cross lane find, and a dunk for Banks.
Crowd is into it, and they are competing on the glass. Good backdoor.
Fulgaris to find, and a sledgehammer for Sage. Weapon. Now he will, and drill it. Icy shot for the freshman. The last one. Picked up the dribble, he's out on an island, and it's Mirkovic. Dropping it down low, Boswell. He's so good away from the ball, Steve.
He is.
Only allowed, coming into today, 194 free throws. That's 141 fewer than they've shot. That layup on the cut by Sturtz.
Makes percentage shot by Keaton Wagler.
Oh, what a find. Banks pushes it down with the right. Boswell to the rim. And we get a timeout, boy, right before that.
Possession game, under a minute.
There's a pocket pass shovel. Banks got rid of 2, had not dribbled, and he skies in for a dunk. On the offensive glass, Banks going to work, turns and sticks it in between the backboard and the rim, and a tie. Inbound for Iowa. And it's deflected and reeled in by Stojakovic, who was exceptional early in the game, and he helps Illinois to win number 4 in Big Ten play. They're 3rd on the road in conference. 75-69, wire to wire for the Illini. 7 teams have not left here feeling blue in Harris County, Texas, and today West Virginia shows up and sees everybody wearing blue. To remind you heard Seth talk about it. These are going to be grind-out possessions here tonight.
There you go.
Kugler for 2 and a foul, the opening goal.
The more you watch, the bounce has a right and a left hook and a turnaround jumper, but his extraordinary plays at the other end.
Ref, that's 2 fouls in 21 seconds. Deflected on the rebound to Fleming.
Can't give them those opportunities.
No, you can't.
Not at all. They punish you. It's all about effort.
There's a North Dakota transfer. Eagle staff trying to work off the bounce against Usain.
Nice pass.
And a bounce pass down low for a stuff.
How good is that, huh? Nice read.
Been a live ball.
Well, that's an excellent thought. Nice ball movement.
Into the corner shot. Yes, sir.
How can you leave him free? This is the Americans play screen to screener. Nice dive.
Sanak, the sledgehammer.
Take a peek and you pay for it.
Like break a rim.
Woo. Bring it. Getting better. So are they. That's dangerous.
Here's Harwell, the freshman.
Want to get him going. They really think he can do it. Even if that doesn't go in, they had run some action to get him going. Get those puppies organized.
The cavalry came. Honor Huff looking for a shot. Really difficult. Oh, man.
But his range is amazing. His quickness in the release.
You're exactly right. He was fading on the shot. Huff was. Usain catch and shoot. Splash down.
Well, they're happy to see that. Not necessarily ball movement, a little late close. Oh, a little magic. A little smile on that bench to see one of their premier guys, Dylan.
2-point field goal for West Virginia.
Sharp is so good without the ball, as all the good scorers are.
Into the corner from Usain to Sanak.
He's saying to Kelvin, good help here.
Usain on Eagle stab. Sharp up top.
Bang! Wow, they punish you. That was a heck of a defensive set.
Tipped back out. Huff, sling it for Eagle stab. That's good.
Nice ball movement, too. Huff didn't have it.
Eagle staff turns it on Harwell.
He's driving a little bit more from watching the game.
That's good for three.
How about that?
Back-to-back makes.
Tough.
Love to see Houston Seton Hall, by the way. That's another three. It's the fourth for West Virginia.
Thomas.
Three quick for Thomas. Catch and shoot McCarty. That's an answer.
There's the guy. Double receiver. What great defense against Huff.
Thomas bags another three, his third of the half.
Knows about him, and why not? Doesn't care if he scores, he's all about winning.
Usain rips it.
Is he back?
Uh-huh.
One of their really talented young guys.
He had 2 fouls early on and sat for most of the half.
Step back sharp, tough.
It rolls down.
Soft. Affectionate roll.
You're Floyd there. Sanak walls him up. Eagle staff met by Usain. To the corner. That three goes down. Nice find. West Virginia did not shoot very many free throws in that first half. 1 for 4.
Nice little play right here on the out of bounds. Ready. Diagnosed beautifully. Lorient's been quiet. There you go. Drop step.
Against Sanak. He scores. Lorient for 2.
And they emptied it out.
They opened 1 for 10 from 3. There's 6 for their last 9. Sharp step back.
Wow. That's Steph territory.
Lorient the miss. Fleming's maneuvering to miss. Rebound. There he is. There's Tugler.
Awesome.
Flemings gets into the front court in a heartbeat. Sharp. Too strong.
Those are the ones you got to go. The long ones the guards got to get. Little snake dribble.
Use it again.
Tell you what.
You can feel it.
Yeah.
Thomas. Got it.
Thomas promises, huh? Wow. The Eagle staff is really competing. Look at this blur.
Up to the rim in a hurry.
Outbound him.
Fleming. Oh, Tugler.
He's all over.
Levitating. Right in his pocket.
This is where they could use some points inside.
Obioha on Sacco.
There you go. That loosens things up. They really didn't come for a double. Lack of respect.
Over selfless.
Absolutely. Go on your own there.
Sharp.
Look at that strength, that this part I talked about earlier. That's all upper body disadvantage to get over the top.
Usain flaring, gets the flyby. And sinks it. How smooth.
Poise.
Tugler defends 2 guys at once.
It's amazing. His recovery is extraordinary.
As is yours. Fleming.
Gets to his spot. His elevation.
This is a 23-point game. It's a lob. It's Harwell. Mid-air.
Pretty play. Well, diagram. Look at that random trap.
Stolen by McCarty.
Look at McCarty on the wing, too.
Fleming with the right.
He is terrific getting back. Unattractive releases. Look at this. Nice screen by Tugler.
Harwell from the corner.
That's the guy they want to get percolating. And Moore has been unable to really penetrate in that lane.
Jenkins.
Everything's hard, though, isn't it? Hard, painful, exasperating. Jenkins just hasn't been able to turn the corner. Look at this. Fan out.
They double him. He'll dipsy-do and score.
I mean, that was an incredible effort. You know he's there, right?
Not personally.
Oh, up it.
Yeah.
Huff working hard. Comes off that screen.
He was met by Miller, and he sunk it anyway.
Interesting. Nobody switched out. Down to 9.
Fields to him. 7 to shoot. The double team.
Nice cut.
Down low, Thomas.
Pretty effective.
Their lead. They'll ride it with Miller. Harwell fell. Hunt takes the opening to sink a jumper. Call it 2.
Not afraid of the moment.
Walker to the rim. Walker takes for 40 minutes.
Yeah, the stress, the fire.
2 and a foul for Miller, providing a life raft to that air ball from Harwell. 48, Houston squeezes the life out of West Virginia tonight. This is Houston's 7th wire-to-wire win out of 16.
18-0. 8th-ranked Nebraska Cornhuskers are in town and back home to take on the Oregon Ducks.
One of the best things that the Ducks do is rebound. North Dakota, Winthrop at halftime. So now they picked it up. Obviously, they're undefeated.
Here's Frager on the attack. Out to Mass, toes the line. There's the 3, the first of the... Lynn, 10 to shoot. Lynn will launch the 3. Good answer. And now Lynn will try baseline. Biddle. Shot fake, steps left. Got a good open 6% shooter from 3. Sanford will try to answer quickly on the other end, and he does.
Back and forth. We said 3 ball.
Lindsay trapped in the corner, able to get rid of it to Simpkins, who went right at
catching the shot pocket. He catches it up high and just gets it up so quickly.
Well, that's tough for Rick. Sanford's 3 a little bit strong. Look at Sanford battle for the offensive rebound. Out it goes to Frager for 3.
A coach's nightmare. You don't get the offensive rebound, you don't.
Lindsay blocked off. 6 to shoot. Lynn, step in 2. And that'll quiet.
But a good ball movement at the end.
Oh, look at Lawrence, the blow by for 2.
1 seed today. So obviously people are recognizing what they've done, but they got to continue it. Again, driving baseline, now moving it, continuing to attack.
And Biddle gets us started his collegiate career, went 5 for 12 for 95 yards, and an interception thrown by Carter. Lawrence on the drive inside, count it, and the foul.
Again, Sam Hoiberg, love it. You got to love how he plays. Lazy pass, bounce pass. You don't want to do that on the perimeter. Makes the extra pass. Jamarcus, I haven't seen it too many times on the offensive end.
On a bounce inside to Takai.
Fighting the crowd inside.
Biddle, tough catch, but he had good position against the much smaller.
It changes all their dynamics.
Sanford, set, 3.
Ball game, not to let them get a run.
Lynn matched up against Buchtengel. He'll launch the three. Contested, no problem for Wei Lin. This youngster from China playing well tonight.
Yeah, he's got the mismatch ISO. He's just gonna, hey, I got some confidence. I'm gonna put that thing up. Nice look, great start for him. 8 points, 3 out of 4, 2 for 3 from 3.
Sanford on the drive with the reverse around boot. 8 points for Sanford in this first half. Now Biddle, good position against Buchton. Has that ball jarred out. Lin on the move to the other end, and Hoiberg able to pick it free. Came right back to get it. Now numbers for the Big Red. Sanford in the corner. He'll launch the three and hit it. 11. In range to get the three. He scored Nebraska's last 8 points.
You gotta love the defense, creates offense, just such confidence. And that's Coach Hoiberg. You know, hey, you're going, you get that green light's on.
The skip into the corner. Phillips drives baseline. Hoiberg took it away.
If you drive baseline, you gotta be ready. Somebody's coming.
Here comes Hoiberg on the move, end to end for 2. Let's go back to Sam Hoiberg creating havoc again.
Force you baseline, they're coming, they overload everything, active hands. Now takes advantage of it, turnover to an easy layup on the
10 to shoot. Sanford against Biddle. Step back 3. Oh my! He is on fire. Price.
Gotta love it. Got the ISO mismatch. Take a step back. Long 3. He is red hot right now.
So a kick ball hasn't scored in 2 minutes and 21 seconds. Simpkins working against Lawrence. Got past him to the rim for 2.
Now that's their defense.
Lawrence looking, patient, inside, no, rebound loose, and Buchton gets it. In the corner, Frager. Another hustle 3 for Nebraska. With a chance to put more on the board. Frager, same corner, same result. Here's Stewart. Lost his footing and lost the ball. Ends up with Hoiberg on the push. Hoiberg, who had 5 first half steals, finds one of them. And the Fox Sports app.
Come out of the halftime. You run an ISO. You fall down right into a 3. Shot. I think he didn't know he would be that open. He just kind of over.
Oh, how about Hoiberg to the rim for 2? Did in his 3rd year at Iowa.
Peyton.
Oh my! Frager exploding to the rim. On the floor, Braden Frager lighting a fire here in Lincoln.
Gotta love the hug, the hops, just dunking on somebody.
Here's Simpkins. Evans inside with
got good length.
Yeah, McDonald's All-American coming out of Montverde Academy. Buchton turn it baseline. Nice spin against Biddle.
They force you to go, and if you go, you got to understand you got to play off of 2 and make the next pass. They did that in the first half. They have not done that of late.
Sanford leading in as a sophomore to 16 points per game as a junior. Similar jump. Hoiberg from the corner for 3.
Move without the basketball, and they screen. They get him open. He had him for a 3. Then he had a chance for a layup.
And look at Hoiberg inside with the shot clock wipe. 6th game in doubles this year for Sam Hoiberg. Lin with the 3.
From 3. He's done a nice job taking care of the basketball also.
Oh my. Price Sanford tonight. When you're right, you're right. And the price is definitely right tonight in Lincoln.
Gotta love it. Wide open 3. He is, Dana Altman's a really, really good coach. And I don't think people in Big Ten country understand how successful he's been.
Jacobson open 3, and he hits.
I think he took the big lead.
When he plays 10 minutes or more in his career, Nebraska is 20. Mass. Oh, zips it inside. There's Jacobson for 2. Grabbing a rebound, and without Shellstad, you're missing that big piece for Oregon. Yeah. Jacobson taking over. He's got turnover number 14 for Oregon. Sanford's 3 will splash home again.
When you got it going, you got it going. Good ball screen right out of transition. He is red hot. His improvement, not only one of the best players in the league, he's one of the most improved players in the league.
Hoiberg Back up top, Jacobson. He'll lean in and take the 2. Kind of classroom.
There was nothing better. I love working with kids. I love work camp. And I was actually pretty good at math.
Frager's 3. With the idea a couple of times of bringing him out of red shirt. They're thrilled that they didn't from a red shirt year to this year.
Yeah, and I'm sure Sanford being here too has really, really helped him.
Frager.
Now he has somebody
going 44-19. Nebraska's outscored Oregon in the second half. On the run, Garcia muscles it up for 2. Got Nebraska the double-digit lead. Blocked shot, Garcia with the swat, and then to follow it up, Devin Pryor with the 2-hand flush. Nebraska will secure it, and Nebraska will dribble this one out. The Huskers with their 17th straight win to start.
To the West Coast, sunny Southern California. Los Angeles, the place to be. We've got Big Ten basketball as Maryland makes the trip west to take on UCLA, and inside Pauley Pavilion, the banners hang, the national championship banners hang. Mick Cronin trying to get the Bruins back to that level, and he'll take on Maryland right now.
Being a little bit more conscious of the gameplay.
Inside, they go to Xavier Booker, the Michigan State transfer. They want more from him, and that's a nice jump hook. Maryland losing to Indiana, 84-68 on Wednesday. That one will go down.
Players at Maryland, this young man can put it in the bucket growing each and every game.
Eric Daly. Watts. Here comes Maryland in transition. Watts puts it on the deck, gets to the hole, first layup. Oh, with English goes down.
Watts.
Saunders, 7 to shoot. Facing, drives, elevates, and knocks it. Rebound. Maryland quickly into the front court. Baseline, reverse layup, and that'll go down. Darius Adams, the freshman from Manchester, New Jersey, leaves it for Perry. Rise and fire, Daly, and hits.
That's the purpose of the push.
Baseline, the skip pass. Rice, in and out. They bat it out, reload, and buries it.
When I tell you about that relentless effort, one thing Maryland's going to do, your system.
Inside, quick inbounds pass, nicely done as Andre Mills hung in the air. Force one up. Or was that a pass? I don't know. But they're going to count the bucket. Stephen Jamerson. Looking inside, Bilodeau, nice catch, and bucket.
And mismatch inside made him pay.
Good pass by Stephen Jamerson. Maryland inside the other way, and nice reverse layup by Elijah Saunders. Jamerson rebound. Oh, gets it to Perry. Deep jumper. Got it.
When you play zone defense, you hear it all the time.
16 foul.
Stephen Jamerson right here, long, athletic, not only able to gather himself, but locate a teammate.
Saunders with a rebound. Boyd again. Thought about it. Boyd on a switch. Got it. Get diggy with it.
But early in that game, he put the backcourt guards from Michigan on their heels. He's one of those players that can get started early, Gus.
Kansas transfer. Yep. And the answer at 41, which set an Xfinity record. 15. Perry muscles his way down the lane and buries it. Plus the foul. Perry, a local product. In at the point, especially with Scott Clark being out. Wow, a whirling dervish. This time it's Stephen Jamerson.
On Turkson Jr., but watch this offensive execution, dribble penetration.
Dent. Lobs it. Oh! Eric Daly. 5 to shoot. Ezzy forced it up. Oh, and he knocked it down. Points for Maryland in the last 4 minutes. Daly, nice catch and easy finger roll. Adams. Saunders. And finally, they stop the bleeding.
There you go. But Red Sox to provide their offense with a chance to continue to cut into this lead by half.
Down the skip to Mapu.
Yeah, taking his time that time. Biggest what if.
I was a freshman in college when he passed away at Howard University at Maryland.
Donnie Dent kicks it back out. 6 to shoot. Saunders sets his feet and drills it.
McCoy again. It's a dribble penetration. That's what he...
It is a sold-out McHale Center here in the desert, home of the #1 team in the country, one of just 4 remaining unbeaten teams left. The perfect 16-0 Arizona Wildcats hosting their in-state rivals, Arizona State. Aaron Goldsmith, Casey Jacobson, so glad you could join us here tonight. Casey, this would be a monumental upset if the Sun Devils can come out of Tucson with a win tonight.
This team, Arizona Wildcats, they have a #1 next to their name for a reason. They've looked unbeatable at times this season. Arizona, they're balanced at all 5 positions, Aaron, but what they really want to do is dominate inside the lane tonight. Arizona State, they need a special game from their backcourt duo, Mo Odom and Pig Johnson. Here's Odom.
Oh, there's Odom right away, and it rattles out, and it's controlled by Arizona and Mo Krivas. Bradley quickly into the opposing paint, and he hits his first shot.
Arizona loves to run. They're top 25 in tempo. And it's not just Jaden Bradley. He is the true point guard and leader of this team, but there's a number of Wildcats that can grab a rebound and push.
McCabe kicks it out. Pig Johnson lets it fly off the back iron. Arizona State only twice in program history has taken down the top team in the country. Straightaway 3. Pete no good.
Pete, not known as a three-point shooter, but is starting to get more comfortable there. He's only made 3 all season.
Odom knocks it down. Mo Odom, what a tremendous scorer, coming off 21 points his last time out against K-State.
Yeah, that's a defensive mistake there by Bradley. Just kind of lost track of him for a second.
He's averaging 16 a game. Wildcats start 3 freshmen. Bradley not one of them, short. And it's Jop with the rebound. He is so key tonight for the Sun Devils.
Yeah, Jop, number 35 in yellow, 7'1" freshman from Senegal. And Aaron, he's coming off of one of his best games of the season, 21 points against Kansas State.
That fell on Bradley. Well, Tommy Lloyd in his 5th season at the helm of the Wildcats, 8-1 all-time against Arizona State. Meanwhile, for the Sun Devils, we mentioned twice before, they have knocked off the #1 team in the country. Bobby Hurley was on the bench the last time it happened. That was the winter of 2018 when they took down Kansas in Tempe.
Yeah, that was when they had Remy Martin. Shout out to Remy, one of my favorite former Pac-12 players. He was fun to watch.
High screen for Odom. Shot clock under 10 now. He fades. And it's controlled by Arizona and Karchinkov. Now Burry's one of the 3 freshmen, and he can just flat out score it.
Braden Burries is getting better every single week, it seems. He can do it all.
Krivas trying to find an angle, and it's not easy to get it over Jop, but he does exactly that.
And Mo Krivas is one of the more improved players to me in the entire Big 12 Conference. Was a little bit more of a role player last year, but now averaging over 11 points and 8 rebounds, and is the corner, the centerpiece of what I believe is probably the best front court in America.
Odom, the Pepperdine transfer. Oh. He lobs. I don't know if that was intentional or not. What do you say?
I don't know either. I don't think Bobby Hurley cares. He's barking at the officials, but he'll take that too. It's really important that Arizona State finds some rhythm as Mo Odom's going to get called for a foul. I think the first few minutes of any game is important, Aaron, but especially for Arizona State. As you see the second look at that lob, I think that was a shot. I really do. I think that was a shot. It ends up being a beautiful alley-oop. But if you don't believe me on how quick that this Arizona team can start out, just ask their last opponent, TCU. They were down 26-9, TCU was at home, before they woke up and realized that they were in a fight with the Wildcats, and by then it was too late.
You're surprised by this? Odom getting subbed out already?
No, I think Bobby Hurley's trying to send a message, maybe. Or he's worried about foul trouble.
That last foul on Odom, his first. Noah Mausen takes his spot on the floor. Jaden Bradley. Averaging about 14 a game for the Wildcats. Good entry pass and a clean block right near the rim. Last touch, Arizona. That was off Pete.
What a block by Sante Truitt, coming from the weak side, and Pete had no idea he was even there. Arizona, the Wildcats, though, getting a couple of offensive rebounds early. Rebounding will be a theme that we will hammer home. Arizona, one of the best in the country at it. Arizona State has struggled.
Big Johnson, the NAIA transfer. He was an NAIA All-American. Jop from distance. No. Tip controlled Arizona.
And it seems like every possession is a one and done for the Sun Devils. Look out.
And a foul at the rim. Yeah, that was Pete heading right towards the glass, and Jop gets his first foul.
Jop is not going to go quietly here. Yeah, that's a good foul. Jop last game had 5 blocks against Kansas State. All of those came in the first half. He's had 12 blocks in his last 3 games combined. So Jop is a player, you know, he's not going to concede any layups or dunks. But I know that I would not attempt to try and block Koa Pete, who is built like a 25-year-old man, even though he's a freshman, folks.
Now Jop for the bench, his first foul.
I've been watching Koa Pete since he was in high school at Perry in Gilbert, Arizona. He was high school teammates with Cody Williams, who went to Colorado and is now in the NBA with the Utah Jazz. They had an awesome team.
Pete coming off 20 points against TCU. Mausen. He hits on the other end.
Yeah, so the three-point shot is going, it's a must-have for the Sun Devils in this game. If you watch the Arizona Wildcats play, you know that they don't shoot a lot of threes. The Sun Devils need threes tonight.
Pete into the corner, 3-ball. Curry's too strong, and it falls right to Pete. A fresh 20 seconds for the Wildcats. Garchikov surveying and bringing it back behind the arc.
Pete's got a mismatch here. Here comes the double.
Right on cue. Garchikov, hey, hits.
Well, it's efficient offense. You get the switch on Pete, and you got to get him the ball. He is a playmaker. He can also put the ball on the deck. A tremendous passer for a forward.
Johnson hunts baseline, and Pete pulls down the glass. Oh, stripped, stolen, and an easy bucket. Alan McCabe's first points.
Again, a really important start here for Arizona State to send a message that they are not going to get dominated. This Arizona team, they can embarrass you if you're not ready. The average margin of victory is 23 a night.
Now Bradley going in amongst the trees, and it doesn't work out for him. Loose ball, lost it, recovers under the rim, and McCabe gets it back behind the arc.
Nice pass.
An easy bunny there from Santiago Truitt.
But Gribovich, really nice drive there and drew out Mo Krivas, who wanted to block that shot. So far, Arizona State playing a smart, clean game.
Pete left wide open just beyond the free throw line. No. Truitt pushing. Johnson in transition. Little stop and go. No foul. And no foul on the other end as Barris can't hit the three. That was Jaden Bradley who hit the floor. And the sold-out crowd letting the officials know what they think. Johnson taken off and stuffed at the rim. That was a double stuff.
That's twice that Pig Johnson has driven the ball to the rim. First time he met the chest of Coabit, and that time it was Mo Kribas. I'm telling you, this front line is really impressive for Arizona, but the Sun Devils have come out. They've gotten good looks from three. We got a close one here in the desert.